Hey, how's it going, guys? ZDEyE here. So today I'm finally excited to see this PlayStation 5 UI that has been revealed. I did definitely expect this UI to be happening today, the reveal, because the Burger King have been teasing it, but yet then at the end of the day I thought they were just going to do some kind of a giveaway, so I just dismissed the idea that there will be some kind of UI going on today. But no, seems like I was right on the money, and yeah, indeed it came. I was actually pleasantly surprised, and you know what? I'm even more pleasantly surprised by this UI. I'm actually very shocked to see that it has such a great implementation and does have a similar vibe from the PlayStation 4. Now, it doesn't... Okay, I need to say this one thing. It has far less simplicity, you know, maybe minimalist, like sort of thing that the PlayStation 4 had going for. This is a little bit more convoluted. But yet again, I understood everything what it was being showcased there. At first I was looking at it, I was like, whoa, dude, this is too much, what is going on? And then I tried to pay attention, read all the things that they've been showcasing to us, and yes, I totally understood most of it, if not all of it. Now sure, again, they didn't showcase absolutely everything, but I definitely wanted to highlight key points that I definitely noticed and was super exciting, at least to me, and maybe to you guys too. For example, such as the control center can be called with a single press of a button, the PlayStation button, you know, the middle one, and shows you, like, for example, you can track of the trophies and get all the relevant information. There has been some of the misunderstandings regarding the tracking of the trophies, but it seems like it may actually be making an appearance on PlayStation 5. Now, this one, the next one, I'm very happy. I'm so happy, I'm so glad, like, share button. If you guys do not know it, an extra feature that it has, whenever you want to, for example, share your gameplay, right? Maybe you want a live stream or something. There's not just that, there's actually more. Basically, this means that there's an ability that maybe you have a friend out there, right? And you can actually watch him play a totally different game that you're playing at the moment. And also you can watch what he does, while you can have a little window of his gameplay on the side corner, and you choose which corner you want to put that window in and see what he's doing and what part in the gameplay he is in, at the same time while having a conversation with him through the microphone. That is simply phenomenal. I love this idea because I got one of those, so two even those friends, and we constantly talk to each other and we use WhatsApp. But in this case, we don't need to use WhatsApp, and so we can use this instead. And I really like this idea, especially seeing what he's up to and what he's doing, you know, give him guides, and basically a split screen, but in totally different countries. You know, that's just amazing, and I love this idea. I really do dig this. Yes, of course, share screen, you know, like taking a picture, video recording is all here as well. I think I'm a little bit more towards like an Apple, like, you know, iPhone sort of the esque, instead of like the PlayStation 4 that that at least I'm used to. And maybe I'm not getting full idea of this, at least not yet, but still does look very cool. It's also, as an example, that UI runs on a 4K and including the HDR. I don't believe that the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro did run on the 4K quality, or at least the dynamic at least. I think it was one at 1080p quality. I might be wrong about that, but yes, PlayStation 5 will go up to 4K with the HDR on the UI. I also really like the way there's some kind of an official game help. Basically, whenever you're having difficulties in a game, you don't actually need to go on your phone or on your laptop or your computer and search it up online and see what needs to be done and how you need to solve this puzzle or whatever you're going to be having difficulties on, right? And also I like the way when you do find this basically on your PlayStation, and yes, you can actually watch that video at the same time while you're playing the game, because you can have that video at the corner. Same thing you can when watching your friend playing his own game. Pretty much live streaming, more or less, right? That's pretty cool. And so you just watch that video, you follow through and see how he has done it or whoever has done it. And so, you know, basically guide, and it really works. Of course, yes, you know, a keyboard is back at it again with like a normal PlayStation keyboard as an example. Yes, you can use a microphone this time because the microphone comes with the controller, so you talk to your controller, basically not the headset. That's of course if you don't want to use a headset. So there's always different ways that you can actually type in the quickest possibility of finding whatever you need to be giving you a guide or some kind of help. I also mentioned that there is a switching capability of to another game, takes like around 8 seconds at most, and that's pretty good. It's also talked about that the screenshots and the videos, when you do take them, they will be 4K. And I'm not sure if this is actually absolutely necessary, but yes, you can run PlayStation 5 discs, right, game discs, without actually updating it, and so there's no problem on that part. As soon as you pick up your console, it is good to go. You can play the games off the get-go. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this, but yes, you can run multiple games in the background. But weirdly enough, they didn't really make that as a big feature. Maybe it was not in a similar caliber like the Xbox has, because Xbox has talked a little bit about that the guarantee you will be able to run is up to 5 games in the background, right? Maybe you want to transition over to a different game if that's what you're up to. In this case, I really don't know if you can do it so, but personally for me, I'll be honest, I really don't care about this feature about running 5 games in the background, even 2. Like if I would want to, I'll just simply turn off the game, right? I just log it off, or not the console, but the game, and I just turn back on the other game because it takes super fast to load it up anyway. So what is the point? Or even better yet, before I know I'm going to be going to a different game while I'm playing on my PlayStation, I boot up the other game while I'm playing this game, finish up, turn it, just end the game completely, and continue on from my second game. There's always good ways to go about this, and personally, again, I don't really care about how many games I can play in my background. Still, always more and always an additional feature is always good. Don't get me wrong, it really is good. Xbox has that going for it. PlayStation, I don't know, like if they're gonna go with that far to 5 games in the background, like suspending the games in the background, if that's capable of going up to 5 games, either way, I'm gonna be happy because, everything that's been already presented here and everything that the PlayStation 5 has to offer for us, I'm pretty much happy with the PlayStation 5 purchase that I'm gonna be making anyway. They also touched on like a special activity, right? You will be able to basically like boot up a game not from the very beginning. In fact, there are some games that will have this activity. I do know that Watch Dogs Legion will have this activity available as well. I don't know about the rest of the games, but now it's been Sackboy has already been confirmed more or less, and few others, of course, will definitely be confirmed. Few games will not support this though. So what I mean by the activity is basically you have an option, like let's say you turn on from the cold boot the PlayStation 5, right? You stick in the disc, or maybe you want to play something of that particular game. And then, okay, you know what? I don't want to go into the single player, then from the single player I need to go to multiplayer. You know what? Screw this, I don't want to do that, right? So instead, from the control panel or menu, I should say, right? You can just simply go straight into the multiplayer. Call of Duty, by the way, I believe it will have this feature as well, so you can choose from the get-go without even booting up the game yet. The multiplayer, single player, zombies, or Warzone is up to you. So that's pretty awesome. Okay guys, while I was recording this video as well, I actually noticed that this is a confirmation and was not mentioned in the official video. And I think you guys want to know about this, a lot of this. Okay, so in-game hints and tips, okay, system that basically you can see in the guides, will be required of the PlayStation Plus subscription. So basically, yes, you will need to have a PlayStation Plus subscription, or you will not be able to use this feature to have these hints and guides and stuff like that. I guess it just gives an extra availability and a benefit of being a PlayStation Plus subscriber. And on top of that, to be honest with you, I'm still gonna have the PlayStation Plus subscription because I do play my multiplayer games, and that's why I'm still gonna continue on with it. Oh, this is kind of out of the left field, but there is actually another confirmation regarding Destiny 2. Now, I know this is not exactly a PlayStation UI video that I was planning to make, but I'm still gonna implement it in here. Free update is gonna be happening on December the 8th, just so you know. And yes, full 4K 60 FPS on the PlayStation 5 and Series X. By the way, it will be 1080p with 60 FPS on the Series S. FOV slider will be included in here too, and of course noticeable load time improvements on top of that, the cross-gen play availability. And one of the best features I personally think as well, I definitely needed to mention this here. I love the idea of knowing, for example, there's a level or there's a mission that you need to finish, but yet, you know, you don't feel like it, right? You can just exit off the game and do whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do, and come back into the game and you'll be just right there left off. And the best part about it, it's not like you have to keep the game on that certain moment because you paused it. No, you can even exit off the game completely, and yes, you're gonna be there. That's pretty amazing. On top of that, basically it even gives you a guide. Remember I was telling you about the guide and a tips and features as such? Yes, they will be able to know as well how long the estimate of amount of time will be required to finish up that level or that mission or whatever, and that is pretty amazing. By the way, guys, yes, this will be I personally believe, I may be wrong about this part, but I personally think that not all the games are gonna have this similar feature like that. And they also touched on that the PlayStation Store will not be like a separate app, but instead it is now an integrated store, basically, right, with the PlayStation. So you're not going to be booting up completely from the beginning, and I personally think that's very good, because it's kind of annoying, you know, every time when you boot up the store, sometimes it glitches out, sometimes it just does not boot, sometimes you completely have to turn off the console for it to finally respawn or something, and it was kind of irritating, to be honest with you, of course. Well, that was pretty much most of the things that have been revealed regarding the PlayStation 5's brand new UI. And from the looks of things, from the perspective of this as such, I've really liked what I have seen. And this is actually a very good, you know, step forward towards for the PlayStation. I personally think so, especially with these innovative stuff. Maybe not to say very innovative, but definitely has a lot of depth in it. Well, guys, tell me down in the comments, what do you think about this? Now, obviously, they're taking a little bit less approach towards the simplicity, right? The more minimalist style, like I already touched on. What do you think about this, right? I personally really like what I have seen. That's just the truth. Maybe I'm being biased towards the PlayStation, maybe I'm not, I don't know, but I really genuinely like what I have seen. Alright, well then, thank you again so much for watching. My god, looks like I'm gonna be uploading 3 videos tonight, because I already uploaded the Why Bloodborne Deserves a Remastered, and by the way, check that video out, I'm very proud of it. It's one of my special videos as well. Took a long time to create. This video is now, the next step is gonna be Cyberpunk. This is gonna be exciting, cannot wait. Again, thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe. See you guys all, have a wonderful day.